Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Cast Track. We post an interview with an amazing Canadian each weekday for your daily inspiration. Today, I would like to introduce you to my friend, Sophia Fairweather. Sophia lives in Alberta, and she's passionate about STEM and her friends around her. She is very impressive, and I know that you'll see it right away. Friend, you'll find her full bio attached. Sophia, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes, thank you for having me.
May we start with the questions that I sent you this week?
Yes, of course.
Awesome. So the first one is the most challenging. What has been your biggest challenge in the last few months?
Well, before all of us went into quarantine, I did have a few presentations coming up. A few of them were actually quite amazing, and I was really honored to be part of them. And because of COVID-19 and you're not able to be in big groups, a few of them had to shut down, unfortunately, because they couldn't go online, or they just there was too many things that they couldn't put onto a Zoom call or a Microsoft Teams call. And that sort of sucked, and I really missed doing that. Another thing that I found really challenging is the fact that because a few of the presentations that I did have went online, the first time I presented online, it was really strange because I couldn't see what everyone was sort of feeling like. I couldn't sense the mood and how I should react and talk to people, because a lot of them had their cameras off. So that's something I miss. I miss having the kind of talking and the kind of eye to eye and sensing how the other person's feeling, and then seeing how you can help with that or how you talk with them. I miss that a lot, and I miss shaking hands and talking with people. But other than that, I've actually found that this has been not too bad of a thing, because I find I have a lot more freedom to do things, and I used to have 8 hours a day at school because I wasn't homeschooled, and that took up a lot of the day, and I couldn't do a lot of business things. So other than those two missing presentations and not having physical contact with people, I've actually found it to be not too bad, but some things have been not the best.
So may I ask a question then? So are you saying that school is getting interrupted, or has typically interrupted your business life?
Not necessarily. I found that school is a nice time to sort of talk with friends. Sometimes, yes, I wouldn't be, I just have to be picked up from school so I could go to things, and the school was pretty understanding of that, and they allowed me to do that, which was very nice of them. And so I found that it wasn't too difficult, but sometimes it would be a little difficult.
You are a impressive person at such a young age. Oh my God.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Thanks, Sophia. And your 3 things that you want to share with the audience.
I think because I've had many tips over the years. From experience, I've came up with many things that I like to share. Unfortunately, well, not really unfortunately, but sort of good. But a few of them are more directed towards kids, so it's a little more difficult to sometimes talk to a more grown-up audience, because I'm a kid and the tips I have is for kids. But my 3 favorite tips in all, a few of them I created myself, are: innovation doesn't discriminate, and if you can see it, you can be it, and peer-to-peer learning rocks. Also, like I said earlier on, that it's easier to, I've found right now, if you want to go online right now and you're sort of my age, that it's good to go sort of more on online profile and having LinkedIn and other things to go on, because I found it that there's less discrimination on learning courses that are online and online online events. I found that there's a lot less discrimination. So that's a tip that I have for the kids out there, or the more youthy, or people that might see a little more discrimination.
Are you referring to age discrimination specifically?
Yeah, age discrimination and sometimes gender discrimination, but yeah.
Gosh, I sure hope these things change in the future.
Yes, same, yes. Yeah.
It's 2020, for crying out loud, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else you want to share on that piece?
If anyone, something that I have found has been good for basically all people is if you ever want to have more attention directed towards you, or you don't want to spend the first like few minutes you're talking with somebody explaining what you do, why you're here. Something that's one question that I got a lot. Why are you here? It's good to be behind a booth or to go up on stage. So then when you're done, it goes directly towards how they can help and other things that to talk about. I found that is really helpful. So that's a little tip that I found really helpful.
It's a great tip. And this is off script, Sophia, but I'm curious, is there anything that we can do for you?
Well, I'm going to go off script a little bit as well. I have something called SASSY right now, which a quick description of it, it stands for Smart Air Sensor System, or sensor system, and then the I is for IoT, Internet of Things. And what it does is it tells you what the air around you is like and how it affects your health. And to be honest, any connections to things like TELUS Smart Home, Honeywell, Dyson, anything like that, so I can broaden my reach out there. Also, just telling, like if you're a parent, telling maybe your kids or anyone, or if you have any nieces, or if you're a grandparent and you have grandchildren, helping them if they have any ideas to help them sprout with it. A few things that I found helpful. I'm in Alberta, so they may not be around with you, but I found that Start Edmonton has helped with just coming up with ideas and tips. And also 4-H is a pretty good one, especially in the USA. And also Business Link, they were the first people that helped me. Just getting your kids out there and seeing if you can help them with like online courses, university courses, something that I'm taking to help back up that I actually am not just a pretty face. I actually want to do what I'm going to do, and that I have some really, really cool ideas, something that, again, ageism has sort of impacted me with that. So yeah, university courses, getting your kids out there learning, and then helping them if they have any ideas, and maybe you can go on the journey as well and figure out how to start a business. So yeah.
That is awesome, Sophia. You're blowing the barriers all over the place. I absolutely love it. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And what is your legacy or a great news story that you want to end with?
Because a lot of the news stories going around right now aren't exactly positive, I've gone with what I want to do for a legacy that I'll be leaving behind, something that is cheerful. And I think that I want to show that even if we're socially distancing, that we can still stand up for things that we want to change, things that we don't see as right, or things that we just, you see it and you're like, that's not something I want to keep, or I want that to change. Like what's happening right now with actually a little bit of news story, I guess, with George Floyd and Black Lives Matter. People are still changing that, and I definitely personally have not stopped showing that women and girls can go into STEM, and that parents can also join in the journey and can help their kids with learning and growing in that kind of field. Also, I want to show that you actually still can work and do things that you want to try, even in these challenging times. And some of the things are a little harder, some of them are a little easier. I know a lot more companies are making a lot more apps to help with organizing and going to events and university courses. So you're still able, I want to show that you're still able to work even in these times, and that sometimes, like I said, you can find even better ways of working in areas, and just know that you're able to roll with the punches that this year has thrown at us and that the years to come will throw at us.
I love it. Hey, Sophia, are we going to see you as Prime Minister one day?
I don't know. I think I'm going to take more of a business STEM kind of route, but hopefully we get somebody that's a woman and that's interested in STEM and business. I think that would be fantastic to have for a prime minister.
Well, what a great combination. Someone who actually understands business that can run a country. Perfect.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
I think you're amazing, Sophia. Thank you so much for joining me today, for all of us, and how grateful that you've been here. I very much appreciate you.
Yes, thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. Everybody, that was Sophia Fairweather, an amazing person, and I do look forward to seeing where this young lady goes. Thank you again for joining us today, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the next Cats Track. Thank you.